a rain day in Bali, so I am taking it quite easy today and actually wearing some proper clothing for a change, which is really nice. I think this is always when I'm here, like sometimes I just want to put some nice trousers on. So today I am wearing my favorite COS trousers and just, yeah, taking it quite easy. It's a slow morning for me, which I'm a big fan of. And I'm trying to book, let me actually put the camera here. I'm trying to book appointment for today to go and see a new acupuncturist. I've been seeing an acupuncturist here for a few years now, but I just feel like I want to try something new. So I've had some, I don't know, is it because I'm turning 40 or is it because my grief is still creating a lot of chaos in my body because all of the stress hormones that it's producing. So I don't know what's really happening, but I've been talking about this before, like the past year. I just felt like my body is like, I had a moment earlier the year when I felt a lot better, and now again I just don't feel like myself. And a lot of people do say this about aging, that things just start to change and things that used to work don't work anymore. So I'm now in this journey of trying to figure out what my body needs in a way that is a bit more balanced. So that is what's happening. Hopefully today I'm going to take you guys with me, and then I just need to create some content. But I tend to nowadays really not have an incredibly strict times how I work, because I have a very corporate background, and especially I'm so highly sensitive and I'm so in tune, and I notice like if I force myself to follow a very strict schedule every single day, I feel very drained very easily. So, and I think I definitely noticed this more I've done like the healing work on myself, and more I've done like the inner work and inner child work and nervous system regulation, all of these things. I've really noticed that I can't be as productive as I used to be. So I'm really trying to like find a new way of working that is a lot more softer, more in tune, more listening to my body. And I might have days when I am really in the flow state and I work 10 hours straight and I feel amazing, and days when like even doing a small clip of content feels like it's too much. So I'm really trying to learn a new way of working, which has been different, without having a lot of like guilt around, like, because I used to be so hard on myself, and this has definitely been a theme of like having a lot more like self-love towards myself and really listening to my body, and not thinking or have this limiting beliefs that I have to work 10 hours a day or otherwise my business won't be successful. And I think especially when you have your own business, sometimes you tend to think more you work, more better results you get. And I think especially in my line of work and how I'm meant to show up through my own astrology, and I call it the blueprint, my own way of my design, it's very, because I have a lot of water elements in my chart, I'm meant to really be in this flow state and listen to my body and talk from a place of like emotional resonance, especially in my content, and not try to force content when I don't want to create anything. So yeah, just something that I've been figuring out what is my way of doing it without like too much looking into how other people are doing things. I think I'm all about one thing might work for someone else, but it not might work for you. So there you go, guys. I am going now to book the acupuncture appointment and then order some breakfast and create some content if I feel like it. Okay, change of plans. I was meant to do the acupuncture appointment today, but sunglasses. But I cannot go because they're closed for some reason. So I'm going to do a facial at Maja Spa, which is my favorite place in Canggu, and hopefully I can just go there without a booking and see if I can get in and show you guys the place. Rocking very much of a sporty look this morning. I feel a bit lazy, so it's just nice to feel something comfortable. Hi guys, I am having a little once again. I think always when I'm filming content I'm literally like taking a nap.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I actually have Taurus in my midheaven, which is kind of the career sign, but I notice I'm really like, I like to work from very comfortable places. So yeah, this is just me. But I did wanted to talk about a little bit my whole fertility journey as someone who's single in my turning forward now, because this has been on my mind a lot. I think a year ago I started a process of having a baby on my own, and I went through the whole cycle. And basically, because you obviously have to go through all these checks and you want to make sure everything is okay, and then you have to go to therapy because there is a process which I think is really beneficial. That is in Finland. Every country will have their own system, but you have to obviously understand the process of being a donor conceived parent. So I went through that, and then I came to Bali end of last year, and I just had this like huge realization that maybe I actually want to meet someone and be open to meeting someone, because I always believe if we're doing something based off fear, it's just not always the best way to approach things. And I noticed I had a lot of fear around relationships because I've had some big setbacks, and I think I just got to a point, and I think especially when my mom died, like my heart was so broken, and I was just like, I don't know, do I have the energy in me and the strength in me to open myself up to another relationship. So, but I wanted to have an open mind because I never believe, as mentioned, doing anything from fear. So I've now been trying to like go on dates, and actually I've been going on dates, but I'm trying to like open myself to like meeting people, which has been an interesting experience because I have been very much on my alone for 2 years, and I haven't had the energetic space to even date anyone. But now I'm like really trying to open myself up to that. But it is an interesting place because I'm going so much at the moment between two options, either having a baby on my own or just trying to meet someone. But it is a tricky place to be because societally everyone is saying to me that it's too late, you're turning 40, you know, just get a baby. And then part of me is, which is based on my whole belief system, is like when things are meant to happen, they will happen and you can't force outcomes. And so for me, this is just a process where I am at the moment, very undecided. And I want to share this because I do think I think it's been the most hardest thing in my life, because my biggest fear is that I'll wait too long and I can't have kids anymore, and I don't think I could handle that. I'm getting emotional about it. So I think it's tricky. I think it's probably the hardest thing to navigate, is to know what is the right decision. And so I'm allowing myself now to be in this little bit messy place where I don't know, and which I've kind of done the past year. I'm like, I'm not gonna force myself to have an answer. I'm just gonna allow myself to like intuitively feel when the timing is right. So I'm now opening myself. I'm trying to have a more open mind of meeting someone. But if it doesn't happen, then I think I'm probably just gonna open myself off going through this process on my own. But I'm still very undecided, so I'll keep you posted. A little bit of a change of plans. You might see a different backdrop than the villa that I was previously. I started to notice a few days ago this weird damp smell in the villa, and also my clothing started to be like not wet, but just something was off. And I told the villa manager and they were trying to fix it, and I just feel it's got worse, and I started to have this headache, so I'm really scared that it was mold. So this morning I then really decided to do something about it, and I changed villas, which I'm really happy about. I just feel so much better already now. I think my body nowadays is so in tune if something is off, and just something was really off. So I'm now staying in a different place for a few days, and I also took this as a sign because I was meant to stay there I think almost 2 weeks longer, and I already started a few days
ago feeling like I just kind of want to go and do a little bit of adventure in Bali, because I just feel like I want to go somewhere a little bit more quieter. I want to explore the rural areas. So I'm excited because this is how the universe sometimes works. You kind of just put a little bit of intention out there, and then poof, you know, you're free as a bird to go somewhere else. So I'm really excited about this. I feel this is already giving me new energy now, because normally when I'm here, I've just the past probably 3-4 years, I've just been doing so much like deep inner work with myself. I call it the in-between stage, when you are just exploring. You're not the old version of yourself anymore, but you're not the new version of yourself anymore. So I've been like in this really interesting in-between stage for a very long time, and always when I've been here, I've been just doing a lot of deep inner work and self-discovery and some intense practices. And now I feel like I am kind of outside of this quote-unquote in-between stage, where I'm very clear what I'm like doing with my life, and I feel really like good about this version of myself. So now it's kind of opened up a little bit more space for me just to go and do some really like fun bits. So I'm gonna head to Uluwatu in 2 days, and then I'm coming back here for one more time to Canggu to do the Kundalini activation. I want to do one more time because my teacher is also going on maternity leave, so then I will not be doing it for a while, and then I'm free as a bird. I just feel like I want to like learn to drive a scooter, which I've never done, and I don't want to do it in Canggu because there's so much traffic and I will be just, you know, creating so much chaos. So I just want to go somewhere more rural that I can learn to drive a scooter. I want to do a little bit of road trip on my own and just explore, and like I want to explore like more quiet beaches of Bali. And I'm at the moment like really feeling I got my like mojo is the word. I got my energy back now, so I'm also really much enjoying building my Pivotal Scarp community and offering, and just want to go somewhere where I can like just sit at a beach and think and work and feel inspired. So thank you, universe, here I come. So just a few more days here doing the basic stuff, and that's it. I am now just getting myself ready. It's Friday. I want to just wash out this morning's hassle. I'm gonna go and work from my favorite coffee shop, do some editing for YouTube, and then I'm heading tonight again to this Myo Yin class that I did last Friday. I talked about in my last blog. I'm obsessed. Like it just sets the tone for your weekend, because it's just this very deep Yin yoga class. And then I'm just gonna have a very chill weekend. Was there anything else? I can't remember now, but yeah.
So even if you have moments of uncertainty now in June and July, moments of like crisis, like in a battle between life, between hardness, between confidence, and because Jupiter symbolizes you have faith.
Morning. I'm having a very lazy morning. I feel a bit tired. There was a lot of dogs barking the whole night, so I kept waking. So I'm a little bit low in energy this morning, but it was a nice one though. I've been just watching the sunset, having my morning coffee, just had my avocado toast, and now I'm getting ready to do a Reform Pilates class. I hope that's going to give me a little bit of energy for today, and then I'm just going to take it easy. This is my last day in Django now. I'm going to head to Uluwatu tomorrow, which I'm really excited. I like a little bit of change of scenery sometimes, so it's going to be nice to check out some new places. And yeah, so today I think my agenda is just to rest. If the sun is out, I definitely just want to go to the beach and just take it easy. And might do another podcast still today if I feel inspired to. So then next week I have a little bit less content to do, but yeah, we'll see.